insanity is still going on in the world.
No.
This GameStop thing is kind of the lead story. It would be even a bigger story. Oh, the New York Stock Exchange is down 634 points.
It's starting to drop.
Oh, okay. All right. But GameStop's up 133%. This is hilarious. You cannot walk into a GameStop and find anything you want that you couldn't get online faster and cheaper.
Oh, I know. I kind of want to go over to GameStop, though, and buy something.
Yeah.
I really do. I'm like, hey, yeah, there's still people that shop here.
I hear you're the top company in the fucking gaming business.
Yeah, because I'll bring my kid just so it's something to do to get out of the house.
Yeah.
And I don't want him to
AMC
play
theaters,
online.
by the way, up 301%. These are all being manipulated by the same people that came up with the free bleeding and all the memes that 4chan, Reddit, all the shit. They are driving the markets. This, by the way, when you hear some of these financial people that you see on Fox Business News and CNBC, all these business outlets, and they're like, well, I'm sure that the SEC, NASDAQ is looking into this. That. When that fucking camera goes off, they are shitting their pants. Shitting their pants. Trolls who normally started out just trying to shit on Opie and Anthony. Yes. Like, that's how it all started. We could put this all back to Whackbag. This goes all the way back to whackbag.com and the O&A show.
It really is the work of the
right.
pests.
We took something called pests.
Yes.
That were our fans, and we would tell them to fuck with everything. Fuck with the establishment. Go out when there's a live news broadcast and get in front of the camera with a Opie and Anthony sign. Say cunt in front of a fucking reporter that's trying to do a story. All that shit. And then it built into the internet. And between websites like Whackbag and then a bunch of other websites and then Reddit, trolls got more and more bold and dangerous, really. They started affecting your actual lives, things like that. And then it's now morphed into, they realized, hey, I think we can fuck with the entire system. You know, the financial system of the United States of America and the world? Yeah, I think we could fuck with it. And they are bad.
Succeeding.
Bad. And mark my words, when that camera goes off, all these finance guys are going, what do? We can't fucking beat this. These hedge fund guys, billions upon billions of dollars. And the hedge fund that was shorting GameStop, they just got an influx of money from other companies that said, "Oh my God, we can't have this hedge fund go down. So we're just gonna give them a shitload of money." They did that. They countered. The trolls countered. And bought even more.
BlackBerry gained $12 billion.
BlackBerry. You mean the platform with a tactile button system?
Yes.
Tactile.
Bed Bath & Beyond, after that drop, they just raised it 4.5. Oh my God, look at this.
4.5 billion for Bed Bath & Beyond?
Probably because they got rid of MyPillow.
MyPillow, they said, and that must have drove them right over the top. 8,609% growth in GameStop. It's so ridiculous.
1,309.
A movie theater in the middle of a pandemic where no one's allowed to go to the movies.
It's been over 300 days since anyone sat in an AMC.
Bed Bath & Beyond. Go to Amazon. Get anything you want. Cheaper, and it's delivered before you turn your phone off.
But where do you...
BlackBerry 460%.
Crazy.
Who heard of BlackBerry?
I thought BlackBerry
would
was
sooner
done.
invest in actual BlackBerries
Yes.
than I would BlackBerry the company. Plug Power, is that a butt plug company? Plug Power, the butt plug company, 863%.
That one's actually has nothing to do with this. That's just doing very well.
Yes, it's just doing well, of course. People are quarantined. They need a little pleasure at home.
But who's buying the GameStop stock now when it's $350?
Oh, I'll tell you who. The shorters, the people that shorted the stock that now have to replace the stock. They have to replace it.
Oh, they're just forced to?
They're forced.
But why can't they hold on until...
Oh, then you get ridiculous interest payments. There's margin calls.
I'm sure they're also
trading places.
I'm sure they're also taking it where they cash out and then they just buy some back, knowing it's a loss because they've already made money just to keep it going.
Yeah.
So there's that percentage of people.
Well, there are people. Here's what the fucked up thing is, though. There's no more shares left. There's no shares left of GameStop. All of them are accounted for, and when you go to short a stock, you're literally borrowing from someone that you're borrowing from the collective. They don't even know you're borrowing the stock.
Pork bellies or frozen orange juice?
Frozen orange juice. I have the crop report right here. Yeah, they don't, they just don't, there's no stock left. Unless you want to short, but who's shorting now? I believe people want to short now. I do. And I think if you buy July puts, you're fine. I think by July, this stock is back down to $5, $10 a share. Once the trolls move on, once the locusts move on from
now, they're going to be living in paranoia of where they're going to go next.
People see. Here's the thing. It's very funny. It's very like revolutionary. There are these hedge funds that their whole goal is to bet against success. Mm-hmm. And they have been the bane of existence for quite a while on Wall Street. People hate them. Every 80s movie portrays the hedge fund guy as a piece of shit. They just bet on failing companies. They make money on someone's failure. Right. So the establishment, the people, the regular Robinhood platform that trades stock, it's called Robinhood. These people said, hey, why don't we have a say? Why are we always the victims holding the bag for these motherfuckers? So hundreds of thousands of them get together on a website and decide we're going to fuck these and short squeeze.
Robinhood is the real website they used, right?
Yeah. A lot of them use Robinhood, but there's E-Trade and TD Waterhouse and
there's a few of them, yeah.
All the rest, Schwab. So they decided, let's pump this stock up so high by buying up all their shares that the guys that shorted the stock, that bet against it, have to go, we got to cover the stocks that we sold but never really owned. And the only way to cover it is to buy the shares that you sold that you didn't really own. But now you got to buy them at such an inflated price that it literally drives the price back up again. Because now you're paying so much money to replace these shitty, cheap stocks with very expensive stocks. So everything that's happening is driving this stock higher and higher and higher. But here's the rub, kids. Anyone that thinks this is a long-termer like GE or Ford, you're out of your fucking minds. A lot of people are going to get burned on this.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of fucking people. This is going to crash, and people that bought in at $370, it was up to $370 a share this morning. $370 for a stock. Literally, walk into any fucking GameStop store, and you tell me that's a $370 a share operation.
And it closed on $240?
I don't know what it closed up.
I want to say $240.
It was up in the three.
So it went up $130.
People made or lost millions today, billions actually.
Yeah.
I think the top 2 or 3 shareholders in GameStop became billionaires over the past week. They're now billionaires.
Based off of manipulating the system?
Based off manipulation. AMC, you know what? You want to hear a funny story about AMC?
Kind of good for them, though. Am I wrong in saying that?
It is, but when you manipulate and make so much money with a kind of a scam, people are getting hurt.
But aren't these hedge managers hurting people anyway?
You think the manager is getting hurt?
The hedge
You think
fund?
that fucking hedge fund manager's getting hurt? There are people whose retirement accounts are in the hedge fund manager's account that he's managing.
Right.
He's making his commissions win or lose.
what.
You're not fucking the manager. You're literally fucking the people that have invested or with their broker invested in stocks, equities, mutual funds, and then hedge funds. So people look at that and go, what happened? Why did I lose so much money? Oh, well, the trolls were having some fun. So you just lost.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. The
Okay.
managers will be fine. They've always been fine.
So, okay.
You're not fucking the hedge fund. You're fucking the people.
No, I get it because I have an accountant, and boy,
Yeah.
he better not be a douchebag.
I know. I start thinking, you call him and go, are we in this at all? Because I want to steer as far away from this as I do a lot of the people walking from Penn Station a year. I want a wide berth around
Yeah. So yeah, I don't
the stock with
I guess
the
I didn't
hoodie
think.
carrying the Skittles.
It is interesting though to watch them crash something so big because they've manipulated that where it comes down to politics again, where they can say something they want about one group of people and it's fine. You can do whatever you want to one group of people and it's fine.
Yep.
Other stuff's considered hate speech. They do whatever and they let them get away with whatever they want.
Yeah.
And eventually,
Dude.
I mean, if they get tired of harassment, they decided to harass the entire financial
They're
system.
harassing the financial world. And this is a revelation for these people. This is one of these situations where when you do it, it succeeds, and then other people start thinking of other things they could do.
Of course.
Can you fuck with the Fed? Can you fuck with our infrastructure? Can trolls on Reddit somehow fuck with the electric grid? And I'm not talking hackers. I'm talking the way this has been done.
Well, they've communicated on an actual. It's not the dark net.
Right.
I mean, they're communicating on a platform saying buy this all right now, right?
Yeah, there are ways to manipulate stocks that will destroy companies. And they figured out like, oh, I think we can do this. And that's why I say they're kind of talking about it like, oh, look at these crazy Reddit people. This is huge, and people are shitting about it. They're shitting their pants over it. So we'll see what happens, but I see some type of SEC regulation coming in. I know that NASDAQ was halting trading on a couple of these stocks, and TD Waterhouse and Schwab are restricting trading on GameStop and AMC at this point, where you can't get leverage, which is if you have equities or cash in your account, let's say you have $50,000.
Yeah.
You're able to actually leverage $100,000 worth of stock with that.
Yes.
And then they'll say, hey, where's our $50,000? You got to come up with it. But if you made the money, you could pay them. That's what it is. But now they're saying, because a lot of people are leveraging this. They don't have the money to buy this kind of stock.
Well,
so they're using a very little amount of money to buy the ability to buy a shitload of that stock. So they sit there and go, well, what can we do about this? Well, we'll make them have to pay cash for everything. And then they'll never get as much stock moving to make a difference in the stock price.
Okay.
So that, I think, is what they're doing. But, again, there are ways around that. And this is fucking mental. It's mental.
I didn't realize, though, that they had moved on to so many companies.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. You know, you're moving. And I guess if you're part of this... this Wall Street, what's it called?
WallStreetBet's.
WallStreetBet's Reddit. If you really pay attention, maybe you get in, but I think it's way too late.
But, okay, regardless of like who suffers, which is shitty.
Yeah.
But when you think about it, you lock everybody inside, you take away their jobs.
Oh my God.
I mean, think
Here
about
comes a great point, kids.
you locked them all inside. You took away their jobs. You made businesses fail like GameStop that these people were able to go. Like everything was pretty fine last year, regardless of where their stock was
fucking
at.
Trump.
So you basically caused this.
Yes, you made
You shut
people
down-
so desperate.
You shut down everything, made them desperate, and then collapsed companies that they could now bet on.
You let nerds sit for way too long with nothing to do in front of their computers. And they went, hey, Billy, I think I figured something out.
Right.
And now pandemonium.
You couldn't possibly think that everything was going to just fail and nobody was going to come up with this kind of a scheme.
Right.
To pay back America.
Yeah.
I mean, that
nerd has to fucking show up every morning at Best Buy and put his stupid Geek Squad jacket on. He's not figuring out how to fuck Wall Street.
No, he probably got laid off from Best Buy, which is
right.
never coming back. And then he was walking to his car going, I bet Best Buy's not going to be around that long. I bet I could buy this
if I get enough people that were fucked over at Best Buy or anywhere else, I could manipulate a stock price pretty easily.
I mean, if there was only a way of a social media outlet where I could contact everyone on Earth who feels the way that I do.
Oh, here's a great point, because this happens. Options aren't like stocks. Options expire. You buy them, and they have an expiration date. And then let's say you have an option that is your contract lasts for a month. The closer you get to the expiration point, there's something called intrinsic value. Your stock or your option price goes down just for the fact that it's approaching its endpoint. And if you haven't reached your goal, and your option, you're not able to exercise your option because the numbers didn't work out for you, you just lose it. It's gone. Everything you put in is gone. You can't wait for it to go back up. You can't fucking trade it. It just disappears. It shows up as a big red number on your fucking sheet. So what Darren's going to say here is that they expire on Friday. So look for a lot of shit to happen on Friday. Darren, what's up, man?
Well, that really wasn't the direction I was going.
Oh, okay, no, I was hoping it wasn't. I want to hear what you have to say.
Well, the naked calls that people were selling, 6 months ago, the shorts, they're selling.
Yeah.
They just take and they sell a $20 call on a $5 stock, not expecting it to go to $350 fucking dollars.
Jesus. Now they have to cover that.
They have to cover it on Friday. So
on
everybody's
Friday,
got to do it on Friday.
Right. So on Friday, let's say you sat there and you're like, GameStop sucks dick. Fuck GameStop. It's at $10. I know it's going down to $5. So I'm going to buy these options, or I'm going to sell these options at $10. And then when it goes to $5, I'll buy them back at $5, and I'll have the $5 profit on every fucking contract. And then it goes up to $370. Now every one of you're sitting there with your $10. Going, yeah.
Well, they got to cover it, though.
Yeah,
so
it went down to $5, and they go, no, it went up to $370. So you go, oh, so for every share, I now have to come up $360 to replace the shares I borrowed to sell at $10.
Oh, God.
Well, that's if they can buy them.
Of course, there's none left. There's no float left. There's nothing left.
And even if there were, they're not letting you trade on them.
Oh, yeah, that's another thing. You can't leverage it. You can't. No, they have to come up with 300 and whatever dollar, whatever they sold their stocks at when they shorted it. They short sold it. They have to come up with the difference between that and what the stock price is. And
how many companies is this going to bankrupt is what I'm kind of wondering. How many hedge funds is this just going to kill?
That's what I'm thinking, in that, like, I think people are shitting more than they're letting on to. And I know that the system, whether you want to call it Wall Street or the fucking Illuminati, they got to come up with a way to protect against this. They can't give the average Joe this much fucking power. When have you ever seen, since 1776, the average American have this kind of power over the elite, the financial fucking institutions? It can't be allowed. You're insane if you think this is going to be allowed.
This makes me so happy. This whole thing makes me so fucking
It's fun
happy.
to watch.
I hate short sellers with a passion.
See, you're a capitalist. You're a pro-success kind of guy, right?
Well, I don't like people betting against companies. Betting, hoping somebody fails. It's just anti what you should be doing.
Yeah, I hear you.
That's what I was saying. Like, they're just doing back what you do to them.
Yes, yeah.
You can't really hate
But
them.
see, they made the rules up, and they don't want you to do it according to their rules. You know, they don't want you playing. They don't want you playing by the rules they have to adhere to.
Right.
They want you playing by the rules they make up for you.
That
and
you have
that's
to
a
adhere
different set of rules. You can't, as an American citizen, and as a concerted effort of American citizens, they will never, ever allow you to have this much power. This is a fluke. It was a fucking glitch in the matrix, a monkey wrench in the machine, whatever you want to call it. It's not going to be allowed. Just like Trump. Just like Trump. Trump came in, somehow he got in. Everyone's like, oh my God, look what he's doing. And they fucking put a stop to that immediately because the people started saying, yeah, you're fucking us. What are you doing? And now the same thing's happening. This was something, somehow people got in and they go, yeah, you're not allowed in this club. What the fuck are you doing? Get out. And they will come up with a way to keep your dumb fuck asses out of their amazingly lucrative shit.
They might, and it's kind of going to be disturbing if it happens quickly, considering how nothing has been moving at anything but a snail's pace for quite a while.
Yeah. Oh, as far as Wall Street goes,
Yeah.
you know, it sets records as far as the Dow goes and NASDAQ.
Sure.
But you're right. Technically, it's a very slow-moving operation. You get your volatile shit, but if you look at the blue chip stuff, what's that? Fuck, blue chip, yeah, she did. My 6th grade teacher, she blue chip. That said it was the best she ever had.
Is Jimmy bothered that you do chip better than he does?
I'm not sure. I'll talk to him later.
Are you doing it? Are you doing it tonight?
Of course. That's what I do.
I got to go back on there. I've been on forever.
It's my game, yo. But yeah,
always
blue
working
chip
on
stocks.
Wednesday.
You know, if you just, and this is what's funny about this, they've always said over the years, over decades upon decades, probably a century, that if you just invest in blue chip stocks and hold it as a young person and just keep putting your money in, that fucker goes, oh, what happened? Don't worry. Oh, there it goes. It's constantly moving up. And it's a great way to grow your money more so than, 0.5% in a bank account these days. So, or 0% actually. So people have done that over the course of the years, but people want it now. They want it fast. They want it huge. So they do shit like, well, not like this. This is unprecedented. But in the past, we've seen things like the tech bubble, the dot-com bubble of the early 2000s, the housing
Blue chips
bubble.
with Nick Nolte
Blue chips with Nick.
and Shaquille.
Hey, wait a minute. And we've seen things like this before. And they always end tragically.
Oh no,
for the average Joe.
Everybody gets fucked except the people who should, it seems.
You get bailed out if you're in the fucking upper echelon.
By the taxpayers.
By the taxpayers because, no one's too big to fail. Really? Really? Or too big to jail? Shut the fuck up, you cunt. So what happens is they get bailed out because we can't let some of these companies go under. Although during the housing one, a couple of companies fucking went under. But the dot-com bubble, everyone was like, this is great. Shitfuck.com. It's the best IPO I've ever seen. I got to invest in shitfuck.com. Oh, it's taken off. What does it do? No clue. What are its fucking numbers? What is it? Have no idea.
We had no idea how the internet worked at
No
all.
one knew. First of all, no one knew how the internet worked, and no one knew how stock trading worked. Like, everyone got into trading. They'd wake up in the morning, turn on CNBC, listen to the pre-market shit, what happened overnight in the global markets, and then go, roll the dice. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Whatever a guy named Mad Dog said you bought.
Yeah. That's just what people do. They want it now. They want it fast. There is a however legitimate Wall Street can be, but there's a legitimate investment opportunity in Wall Street. It's long term. It's best to start when you're young, and it has a proven record of a century, more than a century, with a couple of fucking, anomalies thrown in where people launch themselves out windows. But when you're looking at something like this, it's so volatile And it just becomes something like a pyramid scheme or any other scheme where if you're not in it at the beginning, you're fucked. And there are people diving on this shit now thinking they're going to be just like everyone. Hey, I heard people are billionaires. Let me get in on that. You know how they're billionaires? On your dumb fuck money because you're the bag holder on this one. So you just got to be careful, man.
Yeah, you got to get out before everybody else does.
Get
and
the
that's
fuck
the
out.
problem.
Somebody said that today on one of the financial sites. He's like, look, this isn't like funny. This is people's livelihoods. If you hold this right now, get the fuck out of it immediately. Count your blessings. Don't look tomorrow that it went up another 200 and go, oh, what did I do? It's just.
Oh, well, they're going to. That's the best.
They're brilliant in there.
Oh, yeah.
But that's, that get the fuck out. Count your blessings and go, wow, what a great anomaly I made money on. It's like finding money in the street. Is it going to happen tomorrow? Probably not. So pick it up and run.
Shit.
Thank you, my friend. There he goes. Still on the phone.
Later.
Guys. Hilarious.
Yeah.
So enjoy yourselves while it lasts. Like I said, this isn't going to go much longer.
I can't imagine. But how do you make it illegal? I mean, I guess it is illegal.
Oh, they
right?
could do. I don't know. That's just it. From what I've read,
I don't think
there's kind of a gray area here.
because every law is not based around having an internet.
Yeah, this is just the public. It's a public forum. It's the public. It doesn't seem to be this conspiratorial dark room, a fucking boiler room operation where people are doing shit. It's the general public on a website.
But perhaps they should understand that these people don't give a fuck if you lose everything.
Oh, no, they don't. But neither do the hedge fund managers.
That's what's scary.
They don't give a fuck either if you lose everything. No one in this battle that's going on right now cares about your money.
That's the
It's
scary,
like Gino says with the football teams. When you bet on a football team and you got the spread and they don't cover and you fucking lose, but they could have, you know damn well he went down when he could have made a touchdown or didn't kick that fucking field goal when they could have, because they don't care about your money. And these two teams, the Reddit people and Wall Street, the hedge fund guys, they don't care about you. I think Reddit people have two goals here. Just to fuck shit up. It's hilarious to them that they have an influence on anything outside. We've seen this, like I said, going back to the whack bag days. We've seen when anyone can influence your life, it's funny to them. And when you look at this, it's them influencing a fuckload of people's lives and the system itself. But then there's also people that have gone, holy shit, I made a fuckload of money fucking with the system. And then their friends and people that read it and go, hey, I can make about, because greed always steps in. You might have your principles. I'm going to show the man something, man. But when someone's dangling $1 billion in front of you, fuck your cause. I don't care who you are, unless you're the Joker lighting the fucking pile of money on fire. One guy, the Joker, and he's fake.
Well, and he still had a goal.
He had
which
a
was
goal.
To watch the world burn.
Watch the world burn.
So that's not the best example. I mean, I
but
see what
that's
you're
just
saying.
him.
That's
Everyone else looks at the pile of money and goes, yeah, I'll take that too.
Right. But the end result is still the same when you think about it.
Yeah, you're trying to fuck shit up.
Burning the world.
But greed will fuck that. Because the bottom line is you want to fuck up shit so much that none of these people can make money on the capitalist investment system we have. But that means you can't make the money that you saw other people making. So it fucks you up. And again, if your principle is just to live in the woods eating a raw rabbit through its stomach with your teeth, that's great. But not a lot of people want to do that. They want to live very comfortably. And if you destroy the entire system, you are not going to be very comfortable.
Well, I would like just enough money to have a shack in Montana with no
send a few
communication.
packages to some college presidents and professors.